every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. We're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. With a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. We're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. With a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. We're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. With a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. We're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. With a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. We're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. With a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Today, we're playing Toni the Vampire Slayer, our Buffy the Vampire Slayer game, and a couple things before we get started. One, we have merch. Follow the little link in the chat. You can find all kinds of merch for some of the various shows that have been on the channel in the past, and we also have a sponsor, Grinding Coffee Company. They are a black LGBTQ plus owned coffee company, and if you use the code GunmetalBlues you can get 10% off over there, and or you can just use the link that is there in the chat. We are down our Slayer today.
Mm-hmm. We are Garfield minus Garfielding this.
Nice.
So I know some of you have various flaws that I don't have memorized. Who has like the nightmare flaw?
That would be me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the other ones I was thinking of.
I can just list them off right now. So my flaws are obligation. I think I have that ranked 2 for the watchers. Humorless, talentless, honorable 1, adversary 4, and recurring nightmares.
Okay, so you have recurring nightmares.
Yes.
What are Lily's flaws?
I have Secret 2 in my soul vessel, Obligation 1 in, let's see. I have Obligation and Dependent. One of those, I think Dependent 2, that's my basically needing to do what the Watchers Council says. And Obligation 1, which is Lily, it says not come up thus far, but she runs a, I believe, 2nd edition D&D group in the with some of the students at the school. I also have Bad Luck 1. And because of old age, I at some point have made an adversary, but we have not yet gone over that.
Okay. And what are Corey's flaws?
Corey has honorable 1, misfit, love, with the unrequited love with Toni, adversary in the demons that he and his family come from. They're outcasts, and then I actually have bad luck 3. And I would say I care too much.
Okay.
Well,
recurring nightmares. know you're in here somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, I have the opposite problem of not caring too much, but that's yeah.
All right, roll a d10. On a 1, you experience nightmares.
Oh, I finally get good dreams and restful sleep.
Joke's on you. I slept well.
That's why we play role-playing games, to live out these wild fantasies.
Okay. So you wake up in the morning and you know that tonight, Tony's going to be busy all day. Can't get away from certain obligations. Which means that somebody has to take over patrolling tonight. So you're going to have to figure that out over the course of this. But what does Adisha's normal morning look like?
I think it would be like you would get up and not like a disgusting apartment, but like, or well, maybe a condo in this case, considering $50,000 in mortgage property looked like back in the 90s.
And this was pre 2008, right?
Yeah. So this is when the possibility of buying a house existed. But no, jokes aside, yeah, it'd probably be like a cozy little pad. So something either like an apartment or a condo. It's not in disgusting condition, but it's kind of mess. It's one of those, like, in his own bedroom, there's like his bed, which is like probably the most pristine thing in the room, and then there's like a desk full of like papers to grade that are graded. His work computer where he types up lesson plans, where that's probably a mess. Probably 2 or 3 coffee mugs that need to be in the sink days ago are just sitting there. Gets up, goes to, get freshened up, and then opens his closet, which is probably the nicest part of his whole setup, where you see just his array of weirdly designed suits. Like there's his episode 1 suit with the cats on it. There's another one that's like covered in all sorts of like pasta dishes, like not stained with it, but it's like, hey, here's pictures of pasta on a suit. Just one of those, who looks at all these suits and says, it's like when people browse the internet for weird suits and wonders who buys them, it would cut to this closet and him looking through and going like, which one am I putting on today? And he picks one with like aliens on it. Yeah, gets ready, gets a morning cup, runs out the door with like a breakfast sandwich and a cup of coffee, and gets in his used Toyota Corolla to like drive to work, because yeah, it would just be like disgruntled, disheveled teacher cleaning up to look nice for the world.
Okay.
Big mood.
What does Corey's average early morning look like?
I mean, demons and all that, very, very standard. Basically, just, wake up like 2 minutes before it's time to get to class. Throw on the nearest clothes. Get some, like, pour a cup of coffee that I have, set on a timer to go off when I'm supposed to be getting up. And then rush to class and not realize that I've forgotten my books until I get there.
Okay. Now how about Lily's mornings?
I think Lily definitely she she sleeps in like the undead position, and she just like has a habit of just her eyes suddenly shooting open, and like that's how she gets up. Um, I think her like she only recently started living here, so she probably has put off like she'll get around to unboxing sometime over the course of the next decade. And like most of what has been unpacked is probably just old books that she has either yet to bring to the library or that are deemed not appropriate for school, and she hasn't been able to finagle them in yet. Um, she starts by making like coffee, oddly not black, and um, I think she probably eats toast for breakfast because like she is from Europe and therefore used to um, good bread. So she'll have to like toast here to make do, make a little egg in the morning, and then she'll probably, you know, do her morning routine, like put on the black lipstick and all that, like just get ready to not look like a professional librarian, and gets on her bicycle and goes to school because I doubt she'd have a driver's license. And again, Lily is like I am kind of projecting her, so Lily is probably from the Netherlands because that is like from way back when. So yeah, that seems appropriate.
Okay. So let's say it's a Wednesday. So what classes, if any, does Adish have on a Wednesday?
Let's see. Probably. Uh, well, his prominent history MO is like teaching history from, or like teaching like histories that are ignored. So you probably have like, all right, here's, um, but of course, because the way colleges are funded, it's probably like very limited. So he'd probably have like history of the American indigenous, where even though the American indigenous is, or like, is like, but like the problem is it broadly covers like Canada, the States, Mexico, and he has to somehow, and South America, and he has to somehow figure out how to cram all that into one semester. So it becomes one of those. So yeah, I think that's the course of the day.
It runs a very like patchwork curriculum, sort of.
Yeah, where it's like, all right, the basic goal of the class is to tell people like, hey, they were actually a lot more advanced than the dying of can't wipe my butt disease people. So like probably like today's lesson plan is like of on the aqueducts of, I believe it was the Incan people who had them. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was the Incas. So like today's lesson plan is like about Incan aqueducts and how like the Inca people built them and how they worked and how it affected modern architecture today.
Okay. Well, cool class for sure. Is Corey in that class? Or does Corey have some other class?
Yeah, I think Corey's in that class.
I do kind of like the idea of like that um, Lily and Adish have kind of developed a habit of just scouring local bookstores to see if they can find things to fit into Adish's curriculum. I feel like that would be like a shared area of interest for them.
I'm pretty sure like the department is just like not these two again. With how many times we're just like, we're buying this book. Or the sheer amount of times where like the library's records have a book that they don't remember buying, but it's like Adish and Lily bought it out of pocket and put it in the library. It's just like, how did these books? What do you mean we need another shelf? We bought one like last month.
Lily probably shuffles around between her private collection and like the things that are actually borrowable. So
I mean, maybe that's how, like, because Lily has like an occult library, if I remember correctly, right?
yeah, she does.
Maybe that's how like they sneak it in. They're just like, oh, these two, and they're buying of books. Like, it's gotten to the point where the department's just like numb to it, and they're just like rubber stamping it, just like
Like
whatever.
Lily will occasionally just buy books that she is sure nobody will be interested in, just so she can use the covers to like to disguise more interesting books for either of us at this point. She really started out just doing it for herself and got caught by Audition, but and got a deal with him.
Just probably like rips the contents out of like some conspiracy theory book and then just shoves like a spell book in there.
Just how to succeed in business in 1972, and just like switch the cover on like a spell book.
Better hope nobody needs like 1960s yellow pages.
I mean, why do you think we have witches in our school? It's probably where half of it.
It's so that our yellow pages books still get use. Oh man, I just aged myself talking about the yellow pages. Oh no. Wait, no, those were paper covers, so those would be terrible to bind. And you know what? We're in a universe with hardcover yellow pages books. Why not? Also, for anyone in chat who might not know what the yellow pages are, it was basically a giant phone book where every business in your area put their phone number in. And it was like, oh, hey, if you needed to get like a rat exterminator, you can probably look at your yellow pages for the rat exterminator's number.
Yeah, they're still like I mean they still have databases that fulfill
Yeah,
that
but
function. It's
I think this was like a
you don't get
book
like yellow
that was,
pages book for it anymore.
yeah, no, exactly. You don't get like a giant yellow book mailed to you anymore.
Every like 2 or 3 years, we get like a little book that's it's a lot smaller than it used to be because they used to be big old bricks, but every couple of years out here we still get one.
Oh dang. Yeah, I think the closest I get to that now is like this giant coupon book that like local businesses will be like, please shop at my establishment. But most of it will be like restaurants and then maybe like the occasional like laundromat. So, but yeah. Also, I forgot to add one thing to Adish's morning routine. It would be blurred by the camera, but there's something like a conspiracy board in his room, like one of those detective boards where he's like connecting threads and all that.
Okay.
And I think it would be hard to see the board, but there'd be one newspaper clipping that's like dated for when he was like 4.
Okay.
Or yeah. But it's hard to see what it is. The camera wouldn't show what it is. This is for like the series is I guess like Reddit group to like try to enhance it and be like, whoa, what is this conspiracy? Time for fan theories.
Okay. After class, what does Adish do? Do you hold office hours? Are there any coworkers you spend time with or anything?
I think you would do. Well, it depends. Is this like a this is like a morning class, right?
Yeah.
So I think he would run his office hours from like end of class to like a latish lunch. Sometimes even just like depending on the student, if they're like okay. Like some students might even be like, "Hey, professor." Like I feel like he's one of those professors that people will be like, "Hey, I know it's lunchtime, but I have a question, and I brought lunch to apologize." Like
Okay.
I imagine like some students feel allowed to get like that cool with him. But yeah, otherwise he's holding office hours and just seeing who comes through, or eating if no one comes through, and maybe grading papers.
So my first question is: does Corey drop by during Adisha's office hours?
Oh yeah, definitely now. Definitely got to check in and see what we're doing about just all of that.
Right? Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I think Corey would enter and be like, "Oh, Mr. Bickerton, uh, I'm surprised you're here. You're not struggling with my classes."
Uh, yeah, no, I kind of look around, make sure there's no one. Didn't really want to talk about class. I thought that we should probably discuss extracurricular activities on campus.
Uh, Shut the door, please.
Do so.
Uh, and probably like has a coffee pot, uh, and probably next to it has like those like "we're happy to serve you." Actually, I don't know if this is a New York thing, but like, you ever see those like coffee cups that have like the quote unquote Greek lettering that are like, "We are happy to serve you"? Yes.
Yeah.
It probably has like a stack of those, and it's just like coffee.
Yeah.
Uh, Pours a cup, uh, passes it over with like a creamer cup and like packets of sugar and a spoon, and then it's just like, uh, so unfortunately, there was no way for me, due to circumstances outside of my control and how Toni does not listen to "please don't fill up these gaps in your schedule." We don't have Toni. We still need to talk to this mother.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I figure we can do patrols and contact this woman. I was probably going to call over Lily, close my office hours for the day, or for now, and make that phone call, because I figure like this might be a person with a standard 9 to 5 and taking lunch soon.
Could be, yeah.
So I guess maybe I'll call over Lily. Maybe order pizza or something so that we have something to eat while we're talking to this lady.
Nice.
So just don't tell anyone I ordered pizza for you.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list of things I'm not telling people. I think the pizza is the least.
Look, school boards are really weird with the rules around bribes, and yeah, we
That's
we once
fair.
we once had a professor get fired for literally gifting, uh, well, actually for literally ordering a sandwich for a student. So yeah, tough times.
Yeah.
Granted, I probably did far worse to get fired for, but we're ignoring that. Would pull out the phone, which surprisingly is an old rotary phone for the dramatic dialing on camera, to like call up Lily.
We probably have like we have our pagers for that, right?
Well, a pager would tell you to go to a phone. So I figure he's dialing, like, I figure the library
No,
would have like an actual phone.
I figured we would have like because a pager can tell you a selection of like preset messages, right?
Yeah, but most of them are like, go get a phone and call this number.
Okay,
So
I
like,
figured you might also have a go to my office or something.
oh yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. That might work better. Yeah, dramatically pages Lily come to my office, and hopefully Adish is the only person that she has usually gets those kind of messages from, of like, oh, so that she's not like, whose office do I go to this for this one?
I think Adish is the only like What's Your Council member in here. Council.
Yeah, Nick Bumbles doesn't want to come to the school.
Nah, not. It's too American for him.
That's not.
Yeah.
The man is middle management. He doesn't want to go to site.
I think like yeah, Lily just comes over there, has a I believe this is about tonight's mission.
Yes, tonight's patrols, but also figured the mother from yesterday that our magical experimenters we're talking about is probably taking her lunch break soon and is probably able to be called.
Without... Oh, that is what I was talking about.
Yes,
we were going to talk to her mother, were we not?
Yes, that's the plan right
now. I have made preparations, and she'll like I think she'll open a little like coffin-shaped like handbag, and take out a little Tupperware container with potato salad. I think in demonology, as in many subjects, it is useful to have an offering ready.
Oh, and I think there's like a knock at the door as Adish quickly like gets pizza and brings it into the office. And it's just like, yeah, I thought you were bringing. I guess I'll bring the nourishment, and the potato salad can be the offering. So,
are we thinking that the mom's a demon?
No, humans also like offerings.
Oh. Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense.
I mean, are there demons who take potato salad?
There might be.
Good question.
Corey thinks that his dad would probably like potato salad, but doesn't say anything.
You would have to find one that doesn't stand on ceremony.
just casually offers Lucifer some potato salad. Don't worry, Lucifer, we seasoned it. So I think because we got a phone number, right? Not a pager number for if I'm.
Yes, it was just a phone number.
Okay, so I think now is the time to pull out the rotary phone. And it's just like, everybody ready?
Oh, let's get this
again. What are we saying to her?
We should probably talk to her. I was probably going to go for the concerned professor angle to tell her to come to my office. Or, my plan was pretend to be the dean and say, hey, we want to talk about your daughter's concerning activities before this escalates into like suspension.
Oh, I thought we were coming by.
It might. Well, okay. Let's ask that question. Do we want to go to her or for her to come to us?
Well, if she is a White Channel local, it would be best to discuss things on neutral ground.
Which I figured my office is neutral ground, but also close enough to your ground.
Yes, though I must say I'm not exactly a local here. I've yet to set up anything.
Yeah, but I mean that you can run to the library and get things in the event things get ugly.
That is true.
So, and I'll just keep my props in the office just in case. So I think our plan, I will call and say, hey, I'm concerned about your daughter's behavior, along with the behavior of other students, both of which said your daughter is the initiator and would like to discuss things before we have to escalate our punishments. Yes. Sound good?
No,
Okay.
try not to. Try to start on friendly terms.
Oh yeah,
Don't lean too hard
absolutely.
into threats.
Oh no. I'm absolutely going to say, hey, uh, she's a wonderful student. Just her off-campus behaviors are causing concern.
Exactly.
Okay. Trying to remember what was the student. I'm trying to remember her name because I forgot to write that down.
I believe it was Kelly.
Kelly.
Yes.
What was her last name, or am I allowed to make one up at this point? Because I don't.
Go ahead and make one up.
Okay, so I think it's uh Jackson. Let's go with Jackson.
Okay.
Is dialing Miss Jackson.
Rings 3 times before she picks up. Hello?
Hello, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Am I calling at an inconvenient time?
No. Who is this?
Hello, my name is Professor Adish Bhattacharya. You can call me Adish. I am calling on behalf of out of character. This place is called Elk Creek University, right?
It was the university is Cromwell University.
Oh, yeah. I'm calling on behalf of Cromwell University. I will say your daughter Kelly is an amazing student. However, our security staff have been seeing patterns of disruptive behavior off campus and are levying concerns. And I wanted to talk to you about them first before we escalate into punishments, figure out if we can talk about it, university staff to parent. Would you be willing?
Okay. Is can you give me any idea now over the phone of what kind of activities we're talking about?
What's it? Defacing of property. There have been rumors. We haven't had actual confirmation of a fight actually happening, but we have heard whispers among students of there being a fight. We're surprised at this just as much as you. She does really extremely well in classes.
I think Lily has gone over to the blackboard and is now writing stealing library property.
But also we have stealing library property, even stealing from the campus bookstore. So we would like to sit down, parent to academic staff, and discuss what can be done before we take harsher steps. I don't want to do the harsher steps.
Okay. I guess I can be there in an hour.
An hour would be perfect. Let me just give you my office number, and I will let school security know that to expect. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Can I have your first name so I can give them that information and say, okay. Yeah, I don't have Kelly's emergency contact form on me to have that.
It's Lisa.
Lisa Jackson. Okay. I will let school security know that there will be a Lisa Jackson coming to my office in an hour. I look forward to speaking with you.
Do you have any conversations while you wait?
We have pizza.
So
Corey's definitely taking advantage of the free pizza.
Yeah, of course. Adish would be concerned if he didn't. What college student doesn't take free pizza?
Lactose intolerant students.
I'm a lactose intolerant student. I took free pizza.
Hey, I retract my words.
I was doing a community theater show at a local college, and the director would occasionally bring in like just a box of donuts. And I didn't go to the college, I was just on the production staff. But at the end of the day, he would be like, all right, if anybody wants to take any of these donuts home, you totally can. And there would just be this like very polite stampede of students trying to get to the donut box first.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much same thing when I ran like fighting game tournaments at school. Like there'd be
Oh,
both like non-students and students, and I'd just be like, okay, all the competitors ate, all the attendees ate, and we still have all this pizza left. So whoever wants to take some can take some. And the polite stampede. But yeah. So how are we handling Miss Jackson?
I believe a friendly approach would be best to start with. We're unlikely to be able to do anything permanent, and making an enemy out of a caster of a practitioner of the occult is never a good idea.
Plus, I just remember from the way that Kelly was talking, like Kelly really believed that the other girl, whose name I obviously remember because
Bella.
Yeah, Bella.
Kelly seemed to like genuinely believe that Bella was evil. So I think I would like to assume that the mom said those things with good intention. Like maybe she actually believes it, and we just need to figure out why.
Yes.
I don't want to assume malice, but I also want to be ready to kick ass if we have to.
It could be Bella's born under some kind of cursed bloodline or something, but okay then. In that case, I think I will let Lily and I will be in the room. Lily, you will lead the discussion. I will play bad cop if needed. I hope I don't have to. The question is where to
I hope so
put
too.
Corey goes over and grabs like a paper towel and then puts like 3 pieces of pizza on it, and then just kind of like gives you a salute and walks over to the closet and opens up the closet and sits down and closes the closet.
Just don't get any grease on my spare suit. And true to his word, there is a spare suit in the closet.
Kind of look up, look at the pizza, consider for a moment. Okay, I won't.
I mean, it's a nice suit depicting breakfast foods.
Like
Nice.
if he were wearing the pizza suit, that would have been a different story. Like,
Actually, you know what? For the sake of comedy, it is a pizza themed suit.
Perfect.
but it's like don't even think about it. That is a Fundi pizza based suit, and you are having a pepperoni.
Exactly. Just don't touch. Would probably also like throw Corey a water bottle.
Oh yeah, sure.
Adisha's
Hydrating.
unusually prepared professor.
Hmm.
Just apparently expects long conversations with students during office hours, and it's just like hydrate. Or maybe it's, yeah. We're ready for Miss Jackson, I think, right?
Now, did you suggest Miss Jackson just so you could say sorry, Miss Jackson, on the phone? Okay.
I don't get it.
It's a song.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
yeah. There's a song called Miss Jackson, and the opening line is like the opening line to the hook is "I'm sorry, Miss Jackson."
Mm.
Outcast, please don't sue.
So there's a knock at your door.
Come in.
Your door opens, and I've said she's early 40s woman with like brown hair, sort of modest work clothes enters. Hi, you're the one who called, yes?
Yes, yes. I am sorry for pulling you out of your workday. I really didn't want it to come to this. I would like to preface it with that. But I'm glad you're here. I'm thankful for you taking the time out. Uh, I've also, uh, the library, our university's librarian has also requested to lead this conversation as she's had more firsthand experience
I
with.
think Lily has in the hour we've had to prepare, like put on some like non-prescription glasses and then like put one or two pencils into her hair that already has like a scrunchie on it. Yeah, just to emphasize that she's a librarian.
This
Okay.
is totally a librarian.
Like just for basically just getting dressed for this.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah. So this,
Good
I
afternoon,
will.
Miss Jackson.
Hi. So you said that there was some stealing and fighting and defacing of public property or school property?
Yes, we have caught your daughter. Well, attempting to make off with some school property. Nothing too serious, just a few odds and ends from the library. You wouldn't happen to. Nope. Were you, your webcam stopped working? Oh. Are we?
We're keep going.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And though nothing serious has occurred yet, we are, well, somewhat worried about your daughter. And I was hoping we could discuss this today.
Okay. So what exactly did she take? Did she say why she took it?
She like Lily starts listing a few things, starting with more like general, like maybe like a book that she was trying that she just forgot to check out at some point, and then like slowly escalating to things that actually have a use in the occult, and just gauging her reaction basically.
She stays calm through it.
Hmm.
She goes, okay, so I mean that's quite the extensive list. Why hasn't something been brought up before now, if I may ask?
Well, you know, the school board, they don't like to escalate things unless it's absolutely necessary for their own goods and occasionally the students.
I would like to point out we have tried smaller punishments, and they haven't. She kind of like warnings, uh, suspension of library privileges. We've tried those, and those haven't affected her. That hasn't motivated any change, and therefore, it's come to this.
Oh, okay. And so what are you and the school thinking are the next steps?
Well, part of this is mea culpa. We do still need to add some basic security measures to the library itself, but there are some more serious allegations of, well, targeted bullying. There is a particular student, by the name of Bella, I believe.
I'm sorry, the name Bella, you said? I don't know a Bella. She never mentioned any Bella to me.
Do we have a last name?
Her last name is Williams.
Ah, yes, Bella Williams. Ring any bells?
When you say Williams, she straightens up a little bit.
Any family history?
I'm sorry, I recognize the name Williams, but I don't. My daughter never mentioned anybody named Bella to me.
Oh?
Well, now you're saying bullying? What exactly do you mean?
Okay, now I'm not sure how explicit to get with this. Let's see. Well, she has been banding together with a few other students, and how do I put this? And she'll take up some chalk, I think, and basically start. I think she'll just start drawing a replica of the summoning circle on the chalkboard. And does this look familiar at all to you? As she's going.
I think after you draw that, there's a scowl on her face now, and she looks from back and forth to both of you. Just, okay, exactly what are you accusing my daughter of?
At this point, from inside the closet, Corey's got his ear pressed up against the door and is listening as her mood elevates a bit there.
Violence against another student, chiefly. I believe the means is unusual, but well, I suppose you do what you want. You use the tools that are given to you. Or perhaps taken from one's parents.
I'm sorry. Again, what exactly? I'm no longer in the mood for playing coy, beating about the bush, whatever you want to call it.
Good. Right. So the fact that your daughter is using witchcraft is not the issue here. It's that she's targeting Bella. We don't know why.
Did you talk to her?
She seemed very adamant. She said, well, she showed a photo, said that Bella was some sort of evil that had come to this town. Bella denied all allegations. And I, using the site, could not see anything odd in her. So I'm inclined to believe Miss Williams.
Also, she seemed very convinced that she was right about Bella being evil, and gave us your number when pressed on how she got that information.
Bella, you say. Is there a chance that her full name is Isabella Williams?
We'd need to have a look into school records for that, I believe.
I think Adish would immediately pull up his. I assume we're at the age where student records would be on a computer, right? There's probably share drives and stuff like that at this point, right?
Yeah, there's probably physical and digital records.
Yeah, probably will try to quickly pull up her records on the computer, but also is getting the Apple wheel of give me a few moments, Miss Jackson. You know how it is with these computers. But tell us more about this Isabella Williams. if you don't mind.
Now, mind you, this is not someone that I experienced myself. I never met her, but my grandmother did.
I see.
Wait, hold on. My mother did. Trying to do the year math in my head.
Yeah.
The grandmother of the family, and
So
now when you say evil, well, on a scale of, well, I suppose on a scale of con man to apocalypse, how serious are we talking here?
she was here at the university. It was 1930s. She was part of Cromwell's original little secret society, the one that the whole university is based on. She was, according to my grandmother, a lot worse than all the others. They were all very interested in the occult. Supposedly, they were so concerned about her they attempted to lock her power away. I do not know if they were successful at all, but they attempted to lock her power away. It was never proven, but some believed that she was the one who eventually killed all the original members of the secret society. I do not remember what I named it. I know I gave it a name in the first episode.
The Founder's Circle, or no, probably not.
I don't have it in my notes.
I remember saying it. I forgot to write it down.
I should really keep better notes.
I feel like there was an animal in the name.
I will have to go back and listen to the end of the first episode and figure it out later. But yeah, so all I know is that it was always feared that she could come back, that she would come back and try to open the Hellmouth beneath El Calo, and that was all I was told, and I was shown a picture.
I see.
Adish would probably just look at this and be like, all right, I'm going to try to describe it as probably the one not magical person in the room. You're telling me that 2 generations ago, Isabella Williams opened a portal to hell that is lurking beneath this academy. And that our current Bella Williams might be her and might be the key to this portal again.
I don't know if she was very successful in opening the portal the first time, but I know she wanted to. According to what I was told, it's why they bound her power. But yes, if she's back, that is what she wants to do.
And that's why you had your daughter form a coven and summon shadow beasts to try to kill her?
I did not tell my daughter to do that. I told my daughter to keep an eye out for someone matching the description, and I showed her the picture. That is all. I did not tell her to try to take her on herself.
And I'm guessing she did not tell you that she found her.
No, she did not.
Out of character, I hate to be like that player, but is there like a sense bullshit that I can use here?
I do have the I don't know if this works for this necessarily, but I do have the empathy quality. Um, can I tell from her voice just like I don't know, does she seem afraid when she's talking about this or
One moment.
obviously I can't convey that. But
Empathy, like, yes, you can tell that, like, there is a note of concern in her voice. As for, I don't think there's really so much,
Yeah, no, I just noticed like the main interaction skill is influence, which is mostly proactive. Like so for getting people to do what you like to cooperate with you. And there's notice, but that seems to be mostly like all of the examples of that are environment based. Like for finding people or spotting clues, not really for like lie detecting. So that those are the I'm not really finding anything for any sort of insight check in this system.
but yeah, I will say that, like, as far as you can tell, there is, like, concern, and at the very least, she believes what she's saying.
Well, if it is true that her magic is sealed, then it's going to be very difficult to notice anything. I'm not sure what preventative measures we could even take.
Look, this, if you don't mind, I told you what I need to know. If you need more proof than that, there should be a picture of the original members of the secret society in the front hall where they keep all the historical markers of the school, the trophies and the awards and all that. I believe there's one up there. Look there for yourselves. Otherwise, I'm going to go back to work. Thank you.
It couldn't hurt to try.
Yeah. We will take your word for it. However, if we do find that you've lied to us about anything, we will absolutely make you regret messing with us and messing with our academy.
But I want to stress that we'd prefer not to.
We prefer that we cooperate on this matter.
Yes,
okay.
if we'll look into it. If we find anything that corroborates your story, well, I suppose we'll have to get back to you. I'm unsure what exact measures we need to take, but we'll see about that when we get there.
Corey's gonna like sort of like stand up and like slowly open the closet door and just be like, hey, there's no real point in me hiding because your daughter already knows who I am, but I'm also here.
I think that he's just kind
You
of.
have students hiding in your closet? That
Okay, to be fair, I was attacked by one of the demons that your daughter summoned. So I got dragged into this.
Um, consider him someone who knows and is going to be working with you on this. We are all going to be working with you on this. And with that, he hands her a business card with his contact info. Like pulls it from like the suit pocket, and it's just like,
I'm curious. What does this business card say?
It probably just says like Adish Bhattacharya, professor of history, and then his office phone number.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was just wondering. I was curious. It was like
Probably has like the Cromwell University logo as like
Totes not watcher.
Yeah, I don't think he advertised he's a watcher on his business card, but like I imagine like being a little bit extra cheap because he is the cheesy professor.
Mhm.
Would get business cards to feel cool, and yes, I'm sure people absolutely like whisper as like, "Yo, this dork has business cards."
But
I think she
Nope.
Lily will go, oh right, and then you'll take out the potato salad and hand it over.
Oh, thank you.
Your trouble. Well,
Also,
if needed,
Miss
we
Jackson,
shall
I
be in
think it's-
touch.
I-
Yes, Corey.
Jake.
I just think it's important to note that like someone's dead because of your daughter and the summoning that she did. Like, this is really already out of hand. Is there anything that you know about your daughter's abilities? Do you share them?
My daughter is a witch. Our whole family has been witches for a long time. I don't know anything about a death, but if I'm here, I'm assuming it's not Bella Williams, so...
I mean, we'd probably bring you here if it was Bella Williams, but
It's someone who is working with your daughter. I assume also a witch.
Sounds like a reckless casting. I'll talk to her.
Yes, reckless caster. Lily says, like knowing that she has already interrupted 2 of these rituals. You should really teach your daughter better casting etiquette. It's really very dangerous messing with the forces of hell.
Yeah, no, sometimes you get youths who discover power and immediately get excited with it. It happens to the best of us, but we do need her to understand what she's done and to do better.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we shall be having a good look at the student registry over the past century or so, and or whenever the school was founded. We'll be in touch if an arcane solution manages to open itself up. I'm usually more of a solitary caster, but I am willing to coven up.
Okay. Like I said, I have to head back to work now. Thank you for letting me know what was going on.
And sorry for the bringing you in on false pretenses, but I didn't want to say any of that over the phone.
It's understandable. So she
Right then.
leaves. What is your next move?
I think then it becomes I'm trying to think. We've talked to the mom.
What's a hellmouth? Is that something we should be worried about? That sounds scary.
Yeah, do we know what a hellmouth is?
I would imagine that Adish has an idea of what a hellmouth is.
I think we all have
Oh, Lily
like
probably would
an
have
excuse
an
to
idea.
have something of an excuse to know what a hellmouth is.
I think that Corey's definitely like, probably hasn't had any experience with a Hellmouth specifically, but is obviously aware of hell dimensions, and so is like, that doesn't sound pleasant.
You know, thinking about it too now, as a demon, you would probably feel a weird draw to Elk Hollow because of the presence of a hellmouth, closed or not. Because that is a thing. That is why, like,
That's
a
why,
lot
yeah,
of
that's why Sunnydale was so dangerous, right?
right, is because like beyond the beings that just want to open it up, a lot of them are drawn to the hellmouth.
Like stand users. Which would actually be a reference that's available in this time frame.
Yeah, JoJo's Part 3
it's
exists.
like, I think mid to late 80s when the first parts came out. So
Yeah.
we'd already be in stand user territory.
God damn it.
So I think Lily will actually say they're like stand users and no one will understand it because this was before it got popular.
Just like what are you talking about?
Well, literature on psychics. It's something of an analogy. Well, I'll lend you some material at some point.
Yes.
Admittedly, it's rather crudely translated.
I will gladly take that and learn about JoJo's.
Until that time, I think a good point to start would be, we could go through the student registry and perhaps the local newspaper files or local newspaper archives to see if we can find any photographic evidence of Isabella being ageless, shall we say.
How about you guys start with that, and I'll go check out that photo that she said was in the display.
I think that would be a good point of reference for all of us. If we could cross-reference that photo with, well, modern pictures, perhaps anything that the society was involved in. These do tend to be more publicly prominent members of society that join these things. If we're lucky, we can find a through line. Or rather, if we're unlucky, we may find a through line.
Yeah, God, what's the desired result here? Is it that we find out that Bella's evil and then we can solve the problem? Or is it we find out that she's not evil and so Kelly summoned demons for nothing? There's no winning here, is there?
Well, best case scenario, we find solid evidence of a mix-up, but admittedly, chances are slim. Adish, any thoughts on this?
I mean, yeah, obviously, no matter what, morbid things happened here that are not going to morbid things are going on here that how do I put this? No matter what, somebody has died for this. This is already a grim battle, and all we can do now is prevent more casualties. And that's kind of the reality of the job. We don't, and the way these beings operate, it's that we won't catch them before they do something horrific. We catch them before they do another horrific thing, which speaking, even though we do go on patrols and try to hopefully catch them in the act, which speaking of which, we will have to do that at some point tonight. But yeah, no matter what, we either find out that Bella is a key to hell and figure out how to stop her from doing that without killing her, because she is still a person and, until proven otherwise, an innocent person. Or we find out that this is all a wild goose chase that unnecessarily got someone killed. And if it's the latter, then I have more questions for the mother.
Yay.
Well, if we're very lucky, then perhaps whatever reasons Bella had to open up this hellmouth will have been sealed away along with her powers. And perhaps we can even strengthen that seal. That way, Bella could simply live out a regular human life without any concerns about whatever that is.
It's going to be a tough decision to make. I don't know how we even I don't even know how we even
Let's just
proceed.
figure out what we know and then go from there. There's no sense speculating about what we're going to do until we know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go to that. What was it, the display case in the
Yeah.
the entry? Yeah, I'll head there.
Oh, and Corey,
Yes.
if we are, if we are situated on the Hellmouth and have access to, well, whatever that can give us, if you are going to throw yourself into danger more regularly, I may be able to find some way of, well, I may be able to cook up some safety measures.
Okay. Cool.
It should be possible, with the knowledge we've gained from the little back booklet, as well as my own occult library, to perhaps research or cook up some sort of enhanced demon spell. I'll look into it. Of course,
Yes.
that would require you to, well, be willing to act as a backup player on occasion. Which, considering Tony's predilections, may not be a bad idea. With your permission, of course.
I mean, yeah, I'm down for helping however I can.
Right. But first, research first. Let's find that photo.
So, Corey, you head to this front hall, and there is, it's like a display for the history of school. It has like a few like awards we had. Like, here's the year. There's a plaque for like the year it was founded, and among all that is a plaque with a photo of the original secret society members. And as you're looking at it, in the back, on the back top row in the center, is Cassian Cromwell, the founder of the school, and standing next to him is someone that, according to the there's like the little from left to right. Isabella Williams looks remarkably like Bella. Now, this is a picture from 1930s, so it's
Sure.
like best guess that looks remarkably like Bella Williams. And as you're looking at that, you hear footsteps And someone says, "Oh, hey Corey, what are you looking at?"
Turn around.
And there stands Bella Williams.
Hey, just checking out our school's history. I thought that this picture was pretty interesting. You should look at it.
Oh,
He says it with all of that cadence and everything. Just
oh, did you find something interesting?
yeah. Look here, see? If you look at this picture here, and then there's the back row, that there is something Cromwell. And then that, and I like point to the girl and then just kind of look at her and like, that is Isabella Williams.
And that is where we will go to break.
Okay.
We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes and continue our story. We'll see you then.
Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, why can't you see what you did with me? Please don't leave me hanging like this. I try to recall and make sense of it all. I never thought it'd come down to this. Let's try to make a new start. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, why can't you see what you did with me? Please don't leave me hanging like this. I try to recall and make sense of it all. I never thought it'd come down to this. Let's try to make a new start. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake. 'Cause with a love like this, we'll never fall. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake, it's a big mistake, will never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new. Cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, You know we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause we're wide awake. 'Cause with a love like this, we'll never fall. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, why can't you see what you did with me? Please don't leave me hanging like this. I try to recall and make sense of it all. I never thought it'd come down to this. Let's try to make a new start. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. You know we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide time we try to break it down and build again. Yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, why can't you see what you're doing to me? Please don't leave me hanging like this. I try to recall and make sense of it all. I never thought it'd come down to this. Let's try to make a new start. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause I'm wide awake. 'Cause with a love like this, we'll never fall. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, I'm wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, I'm wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. 'Cause I'm wide awake. 'Cause with a love like this, we'll never fall. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, why can't you see what you're doing to me? Please don't leave me hanging like this. I try to recall and make sense of it all. I never thought it'd come down to this. Let's try to make a new start. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky. On a prayer we go higher than high. Yeah, wide
everyone, and welcome back. Corey, you are standing in a hall with Bella Williams. She looks at the picture and turns back to you and says, "Oh, that's interesting. Must be a relative or something."
Is it? Is it though, Bella?
Is there something you want to say
Is
to me,
it?
Corey?
Is it you? Is that a picture of you?
That picture's like 60 years old. Do I
Yeah.
look 80?
Asking, are you an immortal witch or something? I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Do you believe there's such things as immortal witches, Corey?
Bella,
Nope.
and I remember that?
You froze for a
Yes.
second.
Yes, I believe that there are immortal witches.
Huh. Interesting. And you think that I'm one of these immortal witches?
Yeah. Yeah, and the way that you're dancing around this is not helping my assumptions. Also, like I said I wasn't accusing you of anything, and that gave you a really good outlet to admit to it and not be creepy. But now I'm thinking that you're maybe not nice, and that worries me, and I don't want that to be true. So tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that we have nothing to fear from you, and that Kelly and her mom are mistaken.
Okay, Corey. You have nothing to fear from me.
Okay, now do it convincingly.
I have classes to get to, Corey. Maybe we'll talk later. And she turns and continues off into the building.
Cool. I do that, like, casually start walking back towards Adisha's office, and then like just kind of slowly turns into a run, and eventually I'm like booking it.
Oh, hey Corey. Is this class related or?
Bella is a witch. I'm pretty sure of it. And I don't think she's a good guy.
Did you get hard evidence or like?
No. No, okay. So I found a picture,
Okay.
and there was someone who looked a lot like her. It's hard to tell. The picture's old. But it does look like her in the back row standing next to Cromwell. And then Bella walked up behind me, and we talked, and I accused her of being a witch, and she said that she wasn't, but the vibes were off. I don't know how to explain it. She was really creepy about it.
Okay, but I need more information than vibes.
Well, I wasn't gonna attack an ancient witch in the middle of the front lobby of the school. That's probably not what it's called.
Uh, okay, but does that mean you want to spend tonight's patrols staking out Bella?
I don't know. Aren't you a watcher? Aren't you
I,
like isn't that like a job?
yeah, but here's the
I
thing.
ki- I killed
I
vampires, Adish. I don't know anything about this.
okay, but unlike law enforcement, if I kill an innocent, I get held accountable by law enforcement.
I'm not saying we have to kill her. I'm just letting you know
Okay,
that
but
she's creepy.
which warrants investigate, which
Yes.
warrants we should follow. We should. Well, here's the thing. We have to now assume that one, she's a witch. Two, anything we've said that. Well, then again, I don't think I've spoken to her much. I don't know if Lily's spoken to her. Anything you have said to her is now information she can use against us, such as your conversation point blank accusing her of being a witch, which now lets her infer that we know enough. So she's going to be on the lookout for us now. However, she can't be too guarded against you without arousing suspicion from her fellow students. Question is, how do we approach this? Because
I didn't think about the first part. That's my bad.
it is okay. It takes, even I screwed up. I can't admonish you too hard because it takes a lot of training and discipline to think this way. Also, it did help that I played chess because, well, predictably, I was a fucking nerd in school, but yes, it's okay. You could look at the suit and assume yes. But we need some way to look into Bella. And Lily's sight didn't ping her, which means that she probably has a way of concealing or flying to the site. I don't know. We'd probably have to call Lily in. Pages Lily immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lily's probably there pretty shortly because she was, sort of on guard about all this. Just bursts through the door, just looks around like, okay, everyone's still here.
Okay. Lily, strange question. That sight thing you do to see if someone's magical. Is it possible to lie to it? Fool it, per se?
Can I make an occult check to see if I know the answer to that question? Or to see if I know about, glamours and that sort of thing?
Yes.
That seems like a good moment to refer to dice. So that is an intelligence occultism check.
Yes.
And that is a good thing because that is probably literally my best roll. That's a 16.
Hey.
Which is half a point above average.
Okay. So there
That's level
are
4 success.
there are ways that in theory you can try to disguise your power. Your basic glamours wouldn't work on the site. But there are stronger ways, and you're pretty sure that sealing up something's power would confuse the site.
Oh. Yeah. So I will we'll think for a moment, and well, it is possible that her power being limited or taken away would also stop her from showing up.
Ah,
Although it is odd that I wouldn't have seen anything, considering whatever is making her immortal should still be there.
oh. So is it possible her immortality is tied to an external object?
No, who would do that? That's Adish?
Hmm.
You are privy to the Watchers Council's information, right?
Yes. On a need to know basis.
Right. And you are working with me. So you must be aware of the concept with Soul Vessel.
Wait, would Adish actually know about Lily? That's actually
I think that is something that would be up to the two of you.
I think if
because
you'd like to be, you're definitely like, I will not object to that. Because like Adish is the Watchers Council member that is working most closely with Lily.
yes,
So
but
it's
also
fairly likely he's gonna know.
but also like given his history with the occult, I'm also thinking like the council might think it was like a liability to let him know. So like maybe they didn't tell him because they're like, he doesn't need to know this. And they probably told Lily not to tell him.
Oh, okay.
So like, because I think I have his one of his drawbacks is adversary, which I think I put for the various occults. Well, I haven't really worked on specifying his adversary, but I know like one of the examples I showed were like a broader category, and I think I used that for him. So maybe they're just like, don't tell him, he doesn't need to know this. So yes, he's probably asking questions from like hey, this is possible. I think I've read about this in books. Also, Teddy, you're allowed to like stop me if I'm sounding too like metagamey.
Not so far.
Okay. Because I think Adish has two theories juggling in his head, and the two theories being either she's immortal and you can put immortality in an external object, or two, she's capable of unsealing, resealing her powers at will. But both of those he doesn't know are possible and will ask the resident spellcaster. So yes.
So I think Lily will say, then it is possible, in theory, for a spellcaster to seclude part of themselves in an external object and attain unnaturally long life, yes?
Would the sight catch that object?
Well, it is likely that the object would be shielded against the sight if the caster had any such method, but I don't know. Does the
because it would have a magic
Probably,
aura,
right?
basically, the sight would be able
Yeah.
to see it. Yeah.
Yes, in theory.
It would probably be somewhere she could easily reach to prevent intruders from breaking it.
That is true, though it's unlikely she'd pick any sort of public place, like anywhere in the school. We can rule that out.
We know where her dorm is.
And we could probably try to stake out her day to day and see what places she frequents. Sure, it might not be in like a library or her dorm, but maybe she goes to it. It's not unquestionable for it to be like buried in a park somewhere, and she just goes to make sure it's still there at night or something. But in essence,
Good one, but it would be. Right.
I mean, in essence, we do want to narrow it down rather than run around El Calo with Lily's eyes wide open looking for magical objects. We'd get nowhere that way. But this leads me to question 2. Is it possible to seal and unseal your magical powers at will?
So Lily, know this would depend on who sealed it. If you sealed your own power,
It would be difficult to unseal it because you're essentially like locking away your own keys in your own house, right?
Yeah, like in
While
like,
you're
so,
still
like,
outside.
Yes, but if you did it if you sealed it yourself, you could potentially come up with a method of unlocking it. You could create like a key or something, right? You know, if somebody else did it, that's going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, because she did say, I think, that the other founders like sealed away her powers, which could be a lie, but I think is like we have a lot more reason to doubt Bella at this point than we do to have, to doubt Mrs. Jackson.
Huh.
Does Cromwell have any like descendants that go to this school?
That would require a lot of digging to find out.
Thing that we weren't really going to do anyway.
Well, for the easy one, are there any students named Cromwell at this school?
Do we
It
have?
can't be that easy, can it?
I mean, do we have legacy admission Cromwell?
Is there like some snooty kid at the school who just gets to have an honorary graduation? Like
Bradley Chadicus Cromwell.
who's like only on the rowing team.
Who wants to
but gets full credit for everything.
Who wants to make an intelligence knowledge roll to recall if there's anyone named Cromwell currently going to the school?
I'll
I
try.
used all of my intelligence to come up with a question. Hey.
Oh.
Tell me about Bradley Chadicus Cromwell.
They're not a student in the undergrad program, but there is a student that is just transferred in on the grad program.
There was a recent grad student who came, and I think at that realization he would immediately like pull out his computer and just like try to put both their files side by side to see like, okay, when did Bella get into the school and when did Bradley Chadicus get into the school?
Wait, it says here that Bella has been held back 65 times.
Right?
Yeah.
She never left.
So it seems that, like many students, Bella applied to several schools, was accepted into a few. However, she didn't declare which school she was going to until a couple months before like final admissions, maybe even closer than that, which is shortly after Bradley Chadicus.
Yes.
I don't have a better name, so we'll just go with it.
It just says BC Cromwell, and we don't know what.
Yeah. BC Cromwell. Also applied, or like accepted the position of grad student here.
It could be related to the Watcher Condo, so it could stand for like Billiam Chumsley Cromwell instead.
Oh my gosh, we're just gonna, you know what? No, we're just gonna BC Cromwell, but we're just gonna change the definition every session. So,
Benedict Cumberbatch Cromwell.
oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
no. Tumblr immediately swarms the stream. Uh, but yeah, so I think Adish does like the rubs his temple, and it's just like, well, that I think we have.
Look who just solved the problem.
I think we solved the case here. Bella declared her admission unusually close to final admissions around the time Bradley Chumsley Cromwell accepted to take graduate studies here, which means that
Is she following him or is he following her?
We'd probably have to observe him to find out.
I guess we can't just like ask him.
Yeah. So is Bradicus Chaticus in any of my classes?
No.
What is he grad? Does it say what he's going for in his grad studies?
Occult studies and witchcraft.
We're always so convenient.
It's what? It's master's after bachelor?
Yes.
So he's going for his master's in
If you want to go the douchebag route, you could always just say business admin.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Yeah, business admin.
Of course, he's doing an MBA here. Damn it! I hate the business department. I have no in there. So we have to. How do we talk to a business student?
Well, there's still people, right? So
Debatable. No. Yeah, Adish probably jokes like, debatably. But yeah, pretty much seems like you're a typical rich kid. Probably has his circle of rich friends that they talk about business things with, or their aspirations to get hired by their father's companies or whatever business majors talk about.
I could maybe audit one of the classes he's in.
All right.
Is that a thing?
I mean,
you could check Tony's schedule. Tony might be in one of the classes.
That is true. Tony's probably taking one or two classes in there.
I mean, then again, probably not, because she's still in undergrad.
Well, Tony was looking to get into politics, right?
Yeah, but like, to get into a master's course as a very swarmed like, I know we joked about her getting into undergrad courses because they just didn't care, but I think masters, they'd kind of check your qualifications and make sure you have your undergrad.
That's true. I guess it could be a class that he's the teacher's assistant to or something as well.
Oh yeah, right. He would have to TA, I guess. Yeah, or like adjunct for a bit, I think. Something like that. Yeah. Actually, pulls up Tony's schedule. He does TA for intro to
ethics. We'll say it's ethics because that is something that both business and
Yeah.
political
Yeah.
would have a crossover with.
And yeah, Corey, it wouldn't be unreasonable for you to sit in there. I imagine, yeah, the ethics course would probably be a large lecture hall type of course.
Yeah.
It's definitely like that.
Doesn't ethics classroom like constitute holy ground, or can you just go there?
But the ethics class?
Does that constitute consecrated ground? Or...
Nah, if anything, there's a sleep spell there.
There.
Well, sneaking into an ethics class to spy on a student does seem
ironic.
Yeah.
There are probably worse things that go on in that ethics class. Let's be real. It's a lecture hall course. People be snoozing in there. I don't want to say the other things that I've seen happen in lecture halls. Not for stream.
And you could probably just be there, like,
yeah, it's pretty easy.
Lounging around before class starts and then just blend into the crowd.
Not even. You can even show up late and just lurk in the back. Yeah. So.
I will say that the next lecture isn't until Friday. It's currently Wednesday.
What a week.
Well, something to keep in mind then if we don't have something better by then.
Yeah. I mean, we could. Is it possible to pull up his schedule as a teacher? Or is that like administrative access required?
Because I don't know that well. Maybe.
I mean, I am
be like administrative. I think he would have to like talk to somebody. I don't think he'd be able to just pull up his schedule. Like he might be able to find like office hours. Here's when for that professor. Here's when my TA will be in office or something. But like the specific schedule, I think you would have to like go talk to administration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm also debating just like attempting to like spoof an admin password, but I'm also like, is my computer skill high enough for that? Do I want to turn Adish into hacker, man?
Do you?
Ooh, this is so tempting, but it would be so risky. You know what? I'm gonna roll. Odds we try this. Evens we will not. Because I feel like an argument could be made for he's smart enough to not try to risk hacking into the school database, but also watcherly duties. Odds, fuck it, we ball. Yeah, I think he's going to try to like guess admin passwords, or like I'm pretty sure like
that's even, right?
Well, no, I best of 3. So
I thought you were going for the total. Okay.
Nah, best of. I usually do best of 3 to help me to make it more decisive. Like, I'm pretty sure he's met the administrative staff, and maybe they don't seem like. Maybe there's like that one admin that looks like they don't have a secure password. And I think he's going to just try to guess which of the admins wouldn't have a secure password and try really insecure passwords.
All right, intelligence computer.
It's that hackers movie that came out last year that said that the most common password was God.
What? I thought it was like password 123. But wait, is God even an acceptable password?
In 1996, yeah. There weren't requirements,
right,
really.
Okay.
My password was monkey for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Just lowercase, no special characters, monkey.
Mm,
Yeah, nobody
Yeah, I think-
thought anybody was gonna try to
Log
steal
into
their
your-
info.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
No,
no,
my
don't
pass-
hack into my Yahoo Games account.
Yeah, no, my password was like green, but that was for like CompuServe Instant Messenger, which was like terrible dial-up server back in the day.
I'm guessing we have like one of the just one of the people in admin just constantly shows up in like merch of the local like sports ball team, and we just like we just go like it can't be that easy, and I just like
It's
types
like,
in the name of that team, like go Elks.
yeah, right. It's just like, I mean, there's probably an admin that's like super collecting all the sports bribes. Let's be real. And it's just like, okay, like it's probably like, all right, username R beefhead, password football, and it works.
You do have 3 levels of success, so you do crack it.
So yeah, I think then would quickly try to like, I think he's with 3 levels of success, he's smart enough to not like direct download it. Like I feel like it'll raise a flag that hey, there was a login here, which Adish will probably have to like cover later. But he will be smart enough to like print screen it instead of like download it, and then maybe like paste it into Paint or like paste it into Word or something to print.
Okay.
And that's where I'll keep the 3 levels of success. Like I feel like there will be some degree of a trail. Whether IT will actually report it or not is a different question, because this is the 90s. What was OPSEC? But
Okay.
it can be like that can be something that kind of breaks bad later. But yeah, I would get it and print it out and just go, well, there's the schedule. The question is, what are his free times that we'll probably have to find out what he does during said free times.
There is a night class that he's teaching tonight.
That could work. And you go here and, well, see what his class is like. And then, well, meet Bradley Chadsworth. Question is, do we want all of us there or some of us?
Well, I feel like it would be a little odd for a professor and a librarian to
That is true. So it should probably be. Harper, I think you froze. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm having
Okay,
some
you're
connection
moving.
issues. Sorry.
No worries. I just want to check.
Yeah, we got the gist of what you're saying. Like it would be odd for us to tag along, which is true. Or look odd.
So we will. So it might be best to let Corey and Toni handle this. And Lily, you and I will try to find information on this founders special
Society?
Yeah, this Founders Society.
Well, it should be possible. If they're going to have records anywhere, chances are it's somewhere related to this school. I do think it's funny that like there's already several secret groups running around in this school. Like
Right?
it says several degrees of secret circle. Like it already has like essentially a local branch of the Watchers Council now, and like which is just going to like be really awkward when we run into this Cromwell society, and then we're like, well, one of us is gonna have to change.
And then also whatever Bella is doing, like that's got to be
Yeah,
some.
exactly. It seems to be related to the like from um from the story that Miss Jackson was telling. It seems likely that she was part of the Cromwell Society, but was growing basically either too powerful, too ambitious, or some combination of that, or just, you know, it's the 20s. They don't want a girl in power. Like
Yeah, right?
so some combination of factors that like led to them basically casting her out of that group. So I think she's like a some kind of ex-member with questionable degrees of vengefulness.
Pretty much. Then yeah, going to be questionable.
Which does mean that if we find out more about the society, we find out more about their falling out, and that might tell us more about, you know, whether or not we should be taking a side in this.
So yeah, I guess it sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Whether it's a good one will have to be determined.
We'll see.
Time will tell.
Okay.
Let's hit the library.
So, you're going to the library, and I'm assuming you want to research, which has a special set of rules. Give me a second.
Ooh. Yep, there's a lot of research keywords showing up here. Which might be useful to know like, to begin with. So 157. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, there's research rules for spells, but not necessarily for information in general by the looks of it.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
So, what exactly are you looking for specifically? In just like the boiled down terms.
let's see.
Like, are you looking for something mystical, something sciencey?
I think it just like maybe I think it's Deesh would probably look for uh like maybe the origin, the historical aspect, like what was this society? When was this society founded, and why?
Hmm. Yeah, probably just look into the origins of this school and like see if there's anything that doesn't match, or like any missing names, aliases, and then just try local history.
Okay, so how are you doing this research then? Are you using computers or are you using books?
I think Adish is going to try it with computers.
Okay, so for Deesh, then that's going to be an intelligence computer roll.
I think Lily is just going to like reference books in the local library, just see if she can find anything relevant.
Okay, so notice, I guess. They don't have like a definitive skill that's
I guess there's knowledge. There's yeah,
like knowledge would be like what you
sure.
already know kind of thing, like recalling it. At least that's how I think of it. I guess I could look in the book and see how they define knowledge.
A good question. Is knowledge like just what you already know, or is it? Let's see. I'll have a quick look there, but I can also just I know intelligence notice could also be used for research.
So looking at the hitting the books researching section, intelligence knowledge is a good roll. So go with that.
Okay. So let's see. That for me is.
Can I try rolling with my low in both?
Oh,
if you want to.
That is barely a success.
Do it.
Okay. So that's
a level
3 total
successes
among all of you. There's not a lot to be found. The problem is that as you look through it, people move away, people come back under different names, records get lost. So like the Cromwells haven't actually until BC came back, like there hasn't been a Cromwell in Elk Hollow in 20 years and stuff, but there are a couple of names that every 10 years disappear and then resurface 5 years later. One of them is Alan Rossdale, and the other is Elena Cross.
What was the other one? Sorry.
Elena Cross.
Oh, okay. Are you? Okay.
I'm hoping I typed that into Roll20 chat correctly.
Yes.
Well, it does give us 2 people to reference, but again, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
if you want to know more about them, that'd be another research role. But there is you
Yeah,
could potentially
sure.
learn more about them.
I'll roll up
Oh no, I didn't do
a
good
knowledge
this time.
check. Wow. Consistent.
Consistent.
Another level 2.
Am I allowed to roll knowledge here, or?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I imagine Googling Cromwell University Society just led to all the frat pages.
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem. You were trying to Google.
Yeah.
Gotta use Ask Jeeves, man.
Right. I should have Jeevesed it. Jeeves, what are the secret societies in Cromwell University?
Yeah, you're right. I should ask Chief, and you just call up the Watcher Society.
So, Alan Rossdale, he used, like, the first time he shows up, he owned a flower shop on the edge of town that Cromwell's little secret society used to meet in. Then shortly after Cromwell died, he disappeared. And then an Alan Rossdale showed back up as a professor at the school. And it's just sort of like that. Every few years, he dips out of town and comes back. Or an Alan Rossdale shows back up. The same thing is with Elena Cross, except for there is a family store that we'll say it's a little mom and pop store, and it changes hands a lot, but every few years it's owned by somebody's hands, and then when Elena Cross comes back to town, it's transferred back over to her, and then when she leaves, it's given back to her. And both Alan Rossdale and Elena Cross have both been in town for about it's approaching that 10-year mark when they usually disappear. You have, like, I don't know, we'll say 6 months before they disappear.
Yeah, the question is, do they do something outside of here, or is that just for plausible deniability? Because if they both disappear around the same time, it's possible they're leaving to do something.
And they're gone for like about 5 years, you said?
Yep.
When they leave? I don't like any of this, but I don't have any like answers or specific reasons. Just all uncomfortable.
I mean, the amount of this society gathered at Cromwell makes it very convenient for Bella. I mean, we have what, a grad student, a professor, and what was it, Elena again?
She her she they own her
Bookstore.
family owns a bookstore. However, that bookstore does have like some tenuous ties to Cromwell society. You know, selling them books or holding books for them, usually of the occult nature, which in the 1930s wasn't all that weird because a lot of people were into spiritualism stuff. But
Yeah.
Now it's like probably appealing to like the hashtag vintage crowd.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a little early for hashtags.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think just proto hipsters.
I think though, now, like, we're smack in the middle of the like everything that has remote ties to witchcraft is evil. So like collecting those kinds of books and stuff is probably far less acceptable.
I mean, could like go there pretending to look for inspiration for homebrew stuff or like homebrew D&D material.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's what I'm like.
Mhm.
D&D
Yeah,
is
no, like I know
yeah,
that
oh,
like
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
era, this is satanic panic era, but also like I feel like we could use that to our advantage somewhat.
Mm-hmm. No, that is true. That is true.
Because like Lily could just go there.
Yeah.
Like, hi, I'm like, you know, one of my players is like, you know, we're in a TV show, so they would be, you know, weirdly 2 inches off from accurate. So they like one of my players is playing a level 27 like shaman, like, and then I'll be
I don't remember what show it was, but there was some show where somebody was like, "I'm a little 20 GM," and it's like, ah.
Oh, wasn't that that sounds like SNL?
oh no.
No, I don't remember what it was now. It might have been, but
Like I'm gonna look this. I'm pretty sure if I look up. Wait, let's put in quotes.
okay, well, we don't need to take stream time to do that.
Yeah, I know.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Either way, I feel like Lily has a decent like excuse to go there
Yeah.
looking for just a catch.
okay, so you want to go to the bookstore and check it out?
Which would probably be like considering it's evening like in universe, like either right now or tomorrow.
We'll say you have like half an hour before they close. So if you leave right now, you can get there with like 10-15 minutes left before they lock up.
And I think what Lily is going to do, or is take Adish there, or like ask Adish to come with her, and she's gonna say like, all right, I am going to go up to that counter. I am going to try and befuddle them with faux magical questions. And in the meantime, I hope your admin is good enough to find something real.
I mean, I feel like maybe you would be better at recognizing the stranger tomes than I would.
That is a good point. Right. Why don't you just ask them for the kinds of books we usually look for? That
Oh, yeah.
tends to keep people busy enough.
Oh, absolutely. I will pretend to be what do you call it? A master dungeoneer or whatever for your D&D games?
Yes, ask them for written records of Native American lore.
Yeah, yeah. I'll come up with something.
Yeah, just ask for the scrolls of like a people that you know to only have oral tradition. Like,
Gotcha. Do I need to like show dice or something, or
um,
like I think Adish is just asking this from like genuinely clueless about Dungeons and Dragons and trying to pretend to be a dungeon master.
I
Which
think she
is
just
so
gives you
funny.
she just gives you a little list of like these are keywords that you can use to sound like authentic.
Oh no! How am I gonna inflict maximum psychic damage with this?
Oh no. Okay. So
Yeah, like hello, I'm looking for the latest editions of Mazes and Monsters.
you go to this bookstore, and it's small, but somewhat modern for the 90s. Um, they do carry a lot of fiction and stuff. But they do have like a small new age section. Just to clarify, who all went to the store? Is everybody going, or is it just Adish and Lily?
No, I'm probably like getting ready because isn't that class thing tonight?
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna stay behind and uh be ready to go to that.
Work
Okay.
on your business major disguise.
Plus, this is nerd stuff. I don't know anything about this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think either way, like Lily probably can't go alone because there's a tight deadline, and I just don't think she has a driver's license.
Okay, so you get there, Lane. Yeah, it's pretty empty because they're about to close. So when you go through the door, a little bell rings, and a woman about 35 years old comes out from like a back like stockroom type area, and oh, hi. We are about to close in like 10-15 minutes. Is there anything I can help you with real quick?
Just go, it's an emergency, one of my players' characters is bleeding out.
Oh, I am terribly sorry. I was hoping to get some quickly grab some books to research, because I'm trying to run a single shot for my player group and would like to look into some stories about witchcraft to make a compelling babeg.
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry, are you talking about Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, I am indeed a master dungeoneer.
Okay, so we have a couple books for that game. If you'll follow me.
Okay.
And she like takes you to a shelf where they literally just have, I don't know what came out for the second edition, but it's like the player's handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide equivalent,
Probably like adventure modules.
I think I will I will hope that like the Stair of Guilt works, as this lady just probably recommended me Oriental Adventures.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, she is part of like a secret society, so like.
I think I would just give her the stare and just be like, I came for more accurate material and not this, please.
I mean, I do
Skills
have...
and Powers did come out in 1995, so those are probably there. I don't know if anyone here is an AD&D second edition nerd, but I was.
Is that the one that broke the game?
Huh?
Is that the one that broke the game, or?
Oh,
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the one that introduced monks for the first time, right?
No.
No.
Skills
Okay.
and powers introduced a point by system to yes, it
Feats
doesn't matter.
essentially,
Yeah.
which just enabled a lot more like brave new vectors in horrible min-maxing.
Gotcha. I just feel like, well, I'm trying to look for material that probably did its due diligence in research. I'm not specifically looking for Dungeons and Dragons books,
Oh,
but
okay. Well, we have several history texts. And we'll like take you to the history section. We have these. If you're looking for, we have a small New Age section.
While this is going on, like Lily is like browsing the store and like actually looking for stuff, but that can be a role later on.
well, you say New Age, but I'm looking into like ancient stuff. So do you have ancient age tomes? And mentally, Adisha's just cringing at sounding this like silly while shopping for books.
You have any grimoires?
Yeah, do you have the grimoires?
Okay.
Well, actually, he would probably pronounce it wrong too. The grimoires.
I'll have your grimmest of all yours, please.
Give me the
Okay.
grimoires, please.
Question, Lily. She would have. Did you wait for her to go to help Adish, or did you go in with Adish?
I think she just went in shortly before or after Adish, and is basically just browsing stuff with impunity while the actual store clerk is busy. Well, it's less like I don't want to be seen and more I don't want to be noticed.
Okay. Hold on. So
I think I might have disconnected for a bit. Hey.
okay. So what she's gonna do? Okay. And she will say this loud enough because you're both the only two in the store. She'll say it loud enough for both of you. Would you both please wait here? Thank you. I will be right back. And she walks up to the door, the front door of the store. You hear the audible click of the lock. She turns around the close sign. And then she walks back. Okay. No one else will be walking in. How can I actually help you two?
Uh-oh.
What?
I think you had the right. Okay. I think Adisha's like, fuck it. Fuck it. Straight man time. Does the name Isabella Williams mean anything to you?
Is she back already? Damn it, she's
I'm gonna use
early.
the side on her, by the way.
Oh yeah, she's definitely.
Oh.
You have a definite trace of magic.
Okay.
But she has like a strange silver. It's like almost like a bracelet on her, probably her right wrist. She goes, so she's back already. She's a little early. That is unfortunate. And
He does this regular?
Yes. And we will end there for tonight. Or for today.
Oh,
For this morning.
oh,
I'm so used to
Oh,
running games
dear.
at night, but
oh. Dang.
It's evening here. Like,
Yeah,
Works close enough.
it's night somewhere.
yeah.
There's a viewer that you're
Yeah.
telling good night to at the time that they watch this, either live or later.
Right.
That's right. Good night to you, Kevin.
Good night to you specifically.
like around the middle of Asia. Like, if we have any viewers there.
Yeah. So good night to everyone on the other side. Yeah, good night to those in the future. And enjoy your lunch break to those of us in like Eastern time, well, in like the West Hemisphere.
And enjoy your going back to bed because you got up at 6:30 for this game because it starts at 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna eat lunch and take a nap after this. But yeah.
Alright, so let's quickly do our signing notes, starting with Lily.
Yeah, I am Iris. I've been playing Lily. I can for the moment be found on at IrisVVO on Twitter. That is, again, for now the main place I'm active. I do voice acting mainly. I had an announcement to make last week. This week I don't really. I've mostly just been doing auditions.
Alright, and Corey.
Hi, I'm Harper. You can find me on Twitter at HarperTheJ. You can also find me on itch.io as Chubby Crow Games. The URL is harper-j at .itch.io. I'm a game designer and game player as well.
And Adish.
Hi, I'm Epic Impulse. I've played your resident disaster teacher, Adish Bhattacharya. I'm on Twitter at Brownest Nerd. When Hive loads, I'm on there as Epic Impulse. I'm on Mastodon Dice Camp as Epic Impulse. I don't really have projects to my name. Still, I am currently a resident player of games. I guess if you need a player, hit me up. Yeah, nothing glamorous for me right now.
Yep.
Alright, and I am Nerdy Teddy. You can usually find me over here on Nerds with Dice doing various stuff. However, next Sunday night after it'll be like 6 p.m. Central, so next week will be a Christmas one-shot of Monster Hearts over on Girls Run These Worlds. We'll be in that game, and not this coming up Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that is another Christmas one-shot that I will be in over there as well for Tales from the Loop. So check those out, and otherwise you can find me on Twitter at NerdyTeddy, and we're going to be rating the Bard's Playhouse. They are raising money for Jasper's Game Day, so enjoy that, and we will see you next time, everyone.
Monster Hearts is one of the best games ever, so you should go check that out.
Yes, yes, highly recommend it.
Alright. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But where the Yeah,